Hello, welcome to another video. Hopefully you can hear me because it is windy as hell today. It's blowing a hoolie. But I thought I would make a quick video how the e-niro is in a winter climate, like a proper. We are 5 hours north of the Arctic Circle. If I want to go to the Arctic Circle, you know, like the polar circle that goes round, I have to drive 5 hours south. That's how far north we are. We're basically 70 degrees north latitude, way above the Arctic Circle. Today is a balmy -1. It's a pretty warm day today. It's windy like hell. So I thought I would have a bit of fun today and do some sort of tests to show you, A, is the e-niro fun in snow? Can it be fun? B, how is it in snow? Is it good or bad? We'll test that. I think we'll do a 0 to 60 on the icy snowy road. So we'll do a few tests today and we'll see how it does, and then I'll give a conclusion at the end, what I think of it. My previous car was a 4-wheel drive. I've always had 4-wheel drives, mostly. I did have an Audi A4 front-wheel drive turbo, that was cool. So I've got a lot of experience driving all kinds of vehicles up here, so I can give a pretty good account of how this is in the Arctic or in a proper winter place, how fun it is. So let's just get to it. I'll do a quick walk around of the car so you can see. It's pretty snowy. It's kicking up a lot of snow on the back, on the tailgate. Wheels are pretty covered in snow already. It was actually raining like 10 minutes ago. It was raining, which means it's going to be water. It's going to be frozen onto the road, which is not great. So it's looking good. I think the e-niro looks good in this with those winter wheels on, and I call it my Arctic e-niro. I think it looks decent, you know. I think it's a good Arctic looking car. It's a good design. Anywho, let's hop in and get going. Okay, one of the first issues is in EVs, because this is my second EV. In EVs, I've discovered and read reports of not being able to disable traction control. So it's like too aggressive or too invasive, and when you turn it off, it doesn't actually turn off. So is that the case in the e-niro? So right now it's totally in standard mode. It's in eco mode. Traction control is on. It's just as if you got in. Even the regen is on level 2. So let's just do a hard acceleration test and see what happens. Yep, so that is very aggressive traction control. Doesn't let the wheels spin. The traction light is flashing on constantly. I'll do it again, showing the view out the window, because it is very slow. It's walking pace acceleration. Okay, I'm going to mash the pedal. So slow and boring, very boring. Now let's do it again with the traction control turned off. So you can turn the traction control off here on the e-niro. 1 touch, 2 touches, 1 touch. Hey, that's the lane. Keep. Silly Tony. Okay, traction control disabled. And we are in eco mode. Now let's try. Whoops, still in reverse. Now let's try. Yeah, that's better. We have lots of wheel spin and cool torque steer or oversteer. or understeer. Now the difference in the e-niro is sport mode. Let's bang it in sport mode. And now we're in sport mode. It's so aggressive, the acceleration in sport mode. It's like night and day difference. Now let's do sport mode. Traction control is still off. Now check this out. This is fun. This is fun mode. You can't do donuts because it's front wheel drive, but it does allow you to have some fun. So that is the wheel spin and traction control segment of the video. Okay, let's do some 100 kilometers per hour to 0 emergency stop. Road is mega icy, so let's see how it does. Wow, that is pretty impressive. And again. That is amazing. I'll tell you when I'm going to hit the brake this time. Now. Absolutely excellent. Okay, I hope that gave you some insight into the e-niro snow capability and like the fun level, because a lot of people are concerned that EVs are boring, and like compared to petrol or diesel cars, like they're just like soulless and just dead. They're just, but they're really not. I've had two EVs now, so I can tell you that the I-Pace handled much better than the e-niro in all conditions, in snow as well, because it was 4-wheel drive, and it just had a better chassis, and it was made of aluminium. It was very rigid. However, the traction control on the I-Pace was way too invasive, like just way too invasive. You couldn't get any wheel spin, or it would be like a nanosecond. So it was very, very restricted. The I-Pace, you couldn't do donuts in it. It was too, like, what's the word? I guess just restricted. Like Jaguar was like, they'd mothered it too much. In the e-niro, when you turn the traction control off, you can wheel spin. I full well believe you could probably wheel spin that motor to death. Or probably not. I mean, if a motor spins to 10,000 RPM, it's probably fine wheel spinning the bejesus out of it. But you can absolutely do burnouts and all kinds of cool stuff in the e-niro, which you couldn't in the I-Pace. So I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say the e-niro is more fun than the I-Pace, but it's not really any less fun, because although the I-Pace was a better driving dynamics and you could go faster and you could really engage. You could really engage with the car as a spirited driver. However, the e-niro is still a very good drive. It's a very good drive. You can still engage with the car. It's not as dynamic like as the I-Pace, but it's to an extent it's really good. The chassis is really good, and the suspension is really good on it. Only when you try to overstep the boundary is it starts having a little bit of difficulty. But for sort of like spirited driving, but not pushing too hard, it's good fun. It's good fun, and it's within its limits, and if everything works well and feels good. When you start pushing it super hard and you're asking a bit too much of it, then you can start feeling the limitations. The chassis doesn't like it. There's understeer. It's just no. But just like spirited driving, a little bit faster than normal driving, it's great. It's great fun. You can mash the pedal. Hi, son. You can mash the pedal coming out of bends, and the traction control light starts flashing, so you can like understeer coming out of bends, which is cool, which is what you used to do in a hot hatch years ago. You can't really do handbrake turns with these e-brakes. Like I tried, doesn't really work so well. So that sucks. That's on pretty much all modern cars now. The good old days of yanking the handbrake up are gone, I'm afraid. There are not really any handbrake turns. It's pretty good in deep snow. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. I'd say it's a bit better than average. But it all in snow and ice, it 100% relies on your tires. They're the only thing between you and the road. It's the tires. If you could have the best four-wheel drive ever, but if you've got rubbish tires on it, it's gonna be rubbish in the snow and ice. It's not really about the drivetrain or four-wheel drive, or you could have a Unimog 8x8. If you got rubbish tires on it, it's gonna be rubbish. It will slide down hills. Gravity will slide it down hills, and you need good tires. You need good winter tires if you're gonna, and it's more enjoyable. I've got Nokian Hakka 9 on this, studded. The world's best winter tire, if you ask me. I put them on everything. If you're gonna drive spirited, it's more fun knowing you've got the best tires underneath, and you're not gonna like get caught out or spin off or anything, and you can feel everything that's going on. You know, if you've got a tyre with no feedback and it can just lose grip in an instant, that's not fun, is it? That's a horrible experience. So you want the best tyres. These are not even that expensive. These are like 500 quid, 600 euros a set in the normal tyre sizes, like 195, 16s or whatever they are. If you're getting big, low profile winter tyres, yeah, they can be like 1,000 then. But in normal wheel sizes, they're cheap. They're like, yeah, like this is 600 euros for a set of the world's best studded winter tyres. How much do you value your life? You know, 600 euros for a set of these. No props, no problems. I know in some countries where you don't have much of a winter, you question, is it worth getting a dedicated set of winter tyres? It's debatable. That is entirely down to your situation where you live. That's on you. I used to put winter tyres on my car in England, in the north of England, because it was a night and day difference. So I always used to say, if you lived further north than Manchester, you should put winter tyres on. If you live like below Manchester, you know, you should gauge it by yourself. If you've got a very hilly area that gets icy, or if it's shaded, so the roads stay icy, then think about it. But anyway, that's all. It's all on this video. I like the e-niro. It's fun. It's a fun car to drive in sports mode. It feels great. It's like it's 205 horsepower on tap. It's a good swift car. Very underrated car, performance wise. So I hope this gives you some insight into how fun it is. It's yes, I would like rear wheel drive for more fun, but then you got more problems. Then you got, when you don't want to have fun, you're gonna have traction problems and that. So yeah, ideally I would like a 4-wheel drive that's, you can switch the motor. So one day you can go, yes, I think I'll have rear wheel drive today, have a lot of fun. And then on days where you just want to be sensible, yes, all wheel drive or just front wheel drive for efficiency. That would be good. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.